Hi, my name is Kate Peterson, and I'm the Undergraduate Services Librarian at the University of Minnesota Libraries. In this video, we want to talk a little bit about some of the ways that you can be sure that students are getting the support they need as they're working on course research in your course, whether that's library research and academic research. So the first thing we want you to keep in mind is that students come to the university, of course, with a wide range of different research experiences, and then build those experiences over time very differently. So one suggestion we have is to always ask students about their experience with library research. And you can just, again, ask them and say, what's your experience and what has worked well in the past, what hasn't worked well. We know that students really need to build their research skills over time here at the university. So a first-year student, for example, might come from a high school that doesn't have a librarian or maybe doesn't even have a library. So it might be very new. And other students might come with extensive experience. And that's true if a student is in a junior level course in their major, might be the first time that they're doing kind of major level research in their area, or even a capstone or a design course or something like that. So again, we always recommend asking students. We have a lot of different things that we can do in the library to help support those students for that range of skill level. One of the first things you can do, of course, is just chat with us in the library. So send us a question, tell us about the course you're teaching, and we can connect you with the right person that can pull together some of our existing resources or create something new, whether it's a recorded lecture, a Zoom online sort of workshop, in person, different things like that. We have a lot of flexibility, and we're really used to kind of building those skills and helping students to build those skills in your specific course based on your specific course content. The other thing we want to share are a couple of things that you can also just include directly into your Canvas course. So one thing that we know is that the University of Minnesota libraries are a really big library system, and it can be overwhelming for students. So we always want to give them a head start or some of the best places to go to look for the resources for your course that they are going to need to use. So one of the ways that we do that is through what we call our research guides. Sometimes we call them subject guides, sometimes we call them course guides. And on the library website, lib.umn.edu, you want to look around for a box that says something like resources by subject. So this is where we're pulling together all of those different subject guides, we call these, or research guides about different topics and majors and departments all across campus. So you can see that this is a very long list of those sorts of things. So you can scroll down and just get a sense of what's there. For example, I'm going to click on nutrition. Each of these pages is built in a very similar way. So it's going to have some of the best databases listed here for helping your students to get started to do research in this subject area or whatever they're doing research in. So it has the databases here in the middle of the page, and then each of those pages also has the librarian for that subject area. In this case, Megan is a great person that you and students can reach out to. You can work with Megan to, again, create customized content to meet students where they're at and to help support them as they're doing research. So these pages are really helpful. The other thing we also have are pages that are built around specific courses. So here's another example where we can do a lot of different customization based on what the students and what the course materials are in the course. And of course, we can do lots of different things in terms of the actual content on this page, whether it is online books or links to databases, or if you're teaching a course that needed specific data, specific tools, primary sources, archives, all different things. We can really pull a range of different sources together. So in Canvas, one of the places that this is actually pulled together is the library course page. So in your Canvas course right now, it could be there, and it's the library course page, and that really brings together, again, this library guide for specific courses, a page that talks about how to find specific types of sources, like specifically books or articles or videos or other types of sources. And then it also brings together our course material solutions for instructors. So this is another really great place you can go to get help for putting library content and getting it into your course, whether it's those readings and journal articles, online books, streaming video, or other types of sources. The other thing that you can do that I want to demonstrate real quickly is you can take that course page, that research guide that I was talking about, and you can put it directly into your Canvas course as well. The way you would go about doing that is in the modules, you can go and put add, and then in this case it is called an external tool. There are a lot of things in here, but we are going to specifically choose the library subject guides and resources. There's also this library course page, and that's the thing I just demonstrated. So we want library subject guides and resources. And then you just kind of click through all of these different options to sort of drill down to the page that's going to be useful for your course. So in this case, I'm going to pick full LibGuide. LibGuide is the name of our backend system that does this. And then you could specifically click on or search for the specific guide that you're interested in. For example, I'm going to pick that same nutrition page, and I'm going to click Embed Content, and then Add Item. And there it is now directly embedded into your course, so that if a student was using it, they can just click on it and use this page directly from in your course. A couple of other suggestions that we have on how you can build some of these different modules and things into your Canvas site could be through assignments. So for example, in this course we're using kind of the ungraded survey, where we've just asked you, or the quiz, but it's actually an ungraded survey, to tell us about your research experience. So just simply fill in some questions about, again, what have you done in the past? What worked well in a past project? Maybe what skills do you want to gain as you're working on research now? We know that students, first of all, they want to and need to gain a whole lot of different skills. Students always think that they're really good researchers, and they often are. But of course, using tools for academic research requires new skills and new tools. And really, those are super helpful to gain because when they go to, their job, their career, whether it's in academia or industry or out in the real world, finding information, synthesizing it, critically evaluating it, putting it together, of course, is one of those major core skills that all employers are looking for. And this can be a really great way to do that. Maybe, for example, here's another assignment example where you could ask students, for example, to watch one of our existing tutorials. For example, here's a tutorial called What is a Library Database and Why Should I Use One? And then use an article database listed on the Education Library Guide in this case, and then answer some questions about it. So that's another example of a different way that you might be able to build an assignment. What I would say is a low stakes assignment, and get students comfortable with beginning to find different sources. A couple of other things that we want to mention too could be, again, if you are interested in having something sort of more customized built into your specific course. Here's an example. And again, this is built into an assignment. And I recorded this video for a specific course. It's just about 8 minutes long, and it's just giving some advanced searching tips for students. So the idea is you can embed it directly into the assignment, ask some additional questions for students to apply what they're learning in that online module, and then go through and talk about some things that they have learned. So I hope you find this helpful. If you have any questions about anything in the library, you can set up a consultation with any of us. We have that great service, Chat 24/7 with a librarian. That's another really great thing that you can include and tell your students about. There is a librarian available 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. If it is during sort of normal business hours, it is going to be a University of Minnesota librarian that's going to follow up with a student's question. If it's, let's say, 2 a.m., that student might be chatting with a librarian in Australia. It's actually a worldwide consortium of librarians. And what that librarian will do is go to the University of Minnesota Library homepage and search and try to help get that student sort of unstuck if it's 2 in the morning, and get them some of the resources that they need. And then we will follow up the next day if there's any additional resources. So that is on most of the library web pages, and it's in the upper right-hand corner, Chat 24/7. Again, a really great service, can really support students wherever they're at. Students can also request that virtual consultation one-on-one, either with a librarian, or we also have a great program called the Peer Research Consultants for first, second year students, lower level undergraduates who need an introduction to the libraries. Thank you very much.